Hello everyone and welcome back to episode 107 of Schooling Around. This week we're introducing our newest intern Caleb as he joins us here at OCTV. We're going to start off with him at Bullz Boxing, then we're going to head over to OELC at the middle school and ending with Caleb one last time. So don't go anywhere, Schooling Around starts right now. As promised, we're kicking it off with Caleb at Bullz Boxing. Take a look. Today we are here at Bullz Boxing in the Legacy 925 Center with Caleb, our newest intern here at Oxford Community Television. You are an instructor here, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so tell us about that. How did you first get involved in Bullz Boxing?
So around 3 years ago, I came in one day and I'm like, because the Legacy Center is new at the mall. So I look around and I'm like, oh, cool, boxing. So I kind of stop in and I'm like, sure, I will try it out. So I tried it out and it stuck with me. So for 3 years I've been doing that.
Wow.
And eventually I'm just kind of like, I think I'm good enough to ask Bull, like, hey, need me to do anything around here, since it's only him most of the time.
Okay.
So I asked him, like, hey, Bull, need any help? He's like, sure. And then from there, for like over a year now, I work here, help with kids, and overall just I earn and I learn. So.
Wow, okay, I like that slogan there. So you started off as a student, and then once you got good enough, you became an instructor here. Is that something that typically happens with students here?
I wouldn't say typically. If someone's really passionate about it and want to do it, you can probably, if you just have the passion for it, there's a good chance.
Okay. About how long? You said you've been here for 3 years, and you've been instructing for a year, so about 2 years max, or would you say?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that usually the time span for something like that?
It depends how often you come, how long you work, how hard you work. So it's really all based on the person.
Okay.
I usually just came in for like twice a week after starting off, and then started more intense, 3 days a week, 4 days a week.
Oh, geez.
So.
And how long do you spend here now as an instructor?
As an instructor, it's like on and off still, because it's summer, it's raining out.
Yeah.
It varies how many people are in here. But for a solid hour at least minimum with everyone here.
Okay. And now tell us about your students here. Clearly in the background behind us, we see younger kids. How young or how old do they go?
This is more the middle school section.
Okay.
The younger kids for the class that's currently going on right now at 5. And from there, we have more of the high school kids, and then the adult section afterward.
Wow.
And their skill is all different between all of the ranges.
Okay. So since you have a few different, or I guess a group of students in the class, and all of their skill levels at different points, how do you decipher what the activity will be for the day?
Well, the activity, so at the beginning we just round everyone up and see how well they are, because there's new people coming in every day.
Really?
Yeah, mostly, because we had someone come in wanting to try it out, so.
Right.
We put them together, usually start them off on the reflex bags.
Okay.
And see how they're doing.
And the reflex bags are what they're doing behind us?
Those are the box masters.
Okay.
So those are the box masters, and that's for no matter how good you are, even pros. Pros use like the box masters, and I don't blame them. That's how we get more technique down.
Okay.
Better punches, faster punches. And then from there, they more branch off depending on skill level and stuff.
Okay.
So, and then there's the heavy bags, which we either throw everyone on.
Oh. And you can punch as hard as you want.
As hard as you want on those.
Okay.
And you'll be fine. I knocked one of those off before.
Really? So you're strong.
So, almost as hard as you can.
Okay. Now, tell us about how much do those bags weigh? Because those look pretty heavy from here.
Like I would say 100, those are about 100, and those 200, 300.
The ones behind us are 200 to 300. Do people usually work out on those, and how old do they have to be, or how strong do they have to be?
Strength or how old doesn't really matter.
Okay.
It's just all because you're hitting as hard as you want, and the bag's not going to hit back, so you can try as hard as you can and do whatever. And those bags are more for kicking as well.
Oh.
So, because there's a kickboxing class that also happens here.
And do you also instruct that?
I do not instruct that yet, but I'm starting to think about it.
So once obviously you've mastered the boxing with your hands part. Now it's the kickboxing. Is there anything else that you guys offer that you will, you can be an instructor for?
Bull also offers Parkinson's class for helping with Parkinson's, since boxing and dopamine levels can help reduce the Parkinson's. So he helps with that, and that's on Fridays.
Okay. Do you also help with that? Are you there?
It's on and off still, depending on people coming in, but more often, yeah.
Okay. Now, for someone who is interested in the class, should they just stop by? Is it an online site that they can look at?
Oh, it's all it's open door, so you just walk in, ask them if you want to try it out, and you can start that day.
You can start, like, if I were to walk in just as a pedestrian, I was like, hey, Bill, I'm really interested in this. Can I join this class?
Yeah, right now.
Really? Awesome. Okay, well, you guys hear that. So if you're at all interested and you don't necessarily know if you have a day set aside to do that, stop by and you'll have someone there to help you, right? Okay. So now for people like myself who would just walk in and stop by, are they doing the same things that these students are doing?
Yeah. This class is more not as intense.
Okay.
But yeah, as you can see, the entire class right now is just on the heavy bags. And if you start
and they're punching as hard as they can.
They're punching as hard as they can. If it's your first time bowl, it'd probably take you personally in the ring and teach you the basic stuff, and then show you the rest of the game. So.
And all of these students have on gloves. Is it a thing where we should come prepared? Obviously, you want to have on gym attire, but as far as the gloves go, is that something that we absolutely need?
You're gonna need gloves for sure, and Bull offers gloves here pretty cheaply, and more often than not, he's just gonna at that point give them away to you because he has so many.
And I also heard him say something to a young lady who walked in. Tape. What is tape used for as opposed to gloves?
So I don't know the official reason, but you wear I forgot what it's called.
Tape.
Hand wraps, support your hand more, support your wrist more.
Okay.
They fit better in the gloves.
Oh.
And Bull just gave you that at this point.
Offers everything.
He just offers everything. So
awesome.
Bull give you that, and you put that on, and then put the gloves on, you're all set.
Now tell us what all you do. So you do the different bags, the heavy bags. You do the things behind us, which I can't remember. What else do you do?
I personally take kids in the ring, and either it's contact sparring, so I go in the ring and work with them and see how well they are, or I just get the mitts and I just hold up the mitts and just practice moves with them.
Have you ever gotten hit during the course of that?
I've gotten hit so many times, but it's nothing at this point.
Okay. And that's little kids, elementary, all the way up to?
All the way up to middle age. I'd say middle-aged, elderly. Everyone comes in here, and it's not really a matter of how old you are. It's a matter of just if you want how passionate you are. I'm Caleb from Bullz Boxing, and that's what I do around here. If you want to check it out, come down to the Legacy Center, and we'll be happy to have you.
So that was Caleb, our newest intern, telling us how he became an instructor at Bullz Boxing upon his many talents here. If you're interested in becoming an instructor yourself or just participating in a class, visit Bullz Boxing at the Legacy 925 Center. But moving into our very next segment, we're going to head over to Oxford Middle School to catch up with Mark Spencer and his bees. Take a look. I am here at Oxford Middle School for their OELC summer camp. Today is fun day, so we're going to head inside and speak to Mark, the beekeeper, and see what else they have for this fun day. Hello everyone, I am here with Mark, the most important person here right now. Can you tell us how it was performing, or not necessarily performing, but telling your story and what you do to a bunch of second and third graders?
It was great. The kids were very responsive. They had tons of questions. They always do. They're very curious about the bees. And we just talked about bees, how the bees make honey, beekeeping, and a little bit about what we do. And then they told lots of stories about stings they got and different things they've done in their lives. And yeah, they were great.
So from what I heard, this is not your first rodeo. 10 years in the business. So how many times a year or just all together do you go to schools and tell them everything?
Not too often. I've gone out to a few different schools. I went to a middle school and an elementary, and I went to a Montessori school. It was actually my first one. And then they asked me if I wanted to come out to this one, and I said that'd be fine. I like doing the schools. I can only do so many during the week because of work and stuff, but I'm open if people want me to come out.
And tell us what else you do. You told me about the farmers market not too long ago, so that's just one of the many things that you do.
Yeah, for our selling, we go through the farmers. We just started going to the farmers market. We're not there every week though. And then we have Canterbury Village at the Made in Michigan Marketplace. We have a store there. And then Yates Cider Mill we also sell. And we sell direct out of our home in Lake Orion as well.
And the students got to taste some of your honey here. Can you explain to us how you make it or the process behind getting the honey from the bees?
Yes. So the hives get taller. These top boxes are called supers. And they get higher throughout the season. And they fill these in with frames of honey. We take those frames and we cut the cappings off because the bees put a wax coating over the top of the honey. And they go into a machine that's like a centrifuge that we spin the honey out. Then the honey goes through stainless steel screens just to take out chunks of wax and things like that. And then from there it just goes into the bottles.
Do you foresee yourself doing any more field trips, so to speak, with students possibly getting hands-on and interactive with the bees and the honey making process?
Possibly. It just depends on what the school wants me to do. If they want me to do more, I can do more. Like I brought the smoker and I brought fuel in case there was time. We could have gone out and lit the smoker, but there really wasn't time for it. But things like that, I'm open to do. It's just a lot of it depends on what they want to do.
Awesome. Well, we certainly will be looking for you as the school year. Well, I can't say progress because school isn't in yet, but next month it sure will be. So we'll be looking for you during that time and see what else you do for the school system and the kids here.
Thank you very much.
So, Sophia, can you tell us what you've learned here listening to Mark?
I've learned that that drone bees don't have stingers. That drone bees don't have stingers, and that queen bees have stingers, but they don't use it on people.
Wow, that's a lot. I actually didn't know that either. How many different types of bees are there?
Probably like 1,000.
1,000 different bees, and they have some cool things behind us. Can you explain to us what this big box behind us is?
The big box behind us is like a thing that it keeps all the bees in, and the bees make honey in there.
And you did taste some honey just a little while ago. How did it taste?
I didn't like it, but my friends did.
What do you think it tastes like?
It tasted like fake sugar.
Like fake sugar. Have you ever had Honey Nut Cheerios by chance?
Yeah.
Does it taste like that?
Yeah.
Now, which honey do you think is better? Do you think the stuff that you find in the grocery stores or actual honey straight from the bees?
Actual honey.
Can you tell us anything else that you've learned today or something that you didn't know before coming in here?
I didn't know that a queen bee had a stinger.
I didn't either till just a second ago, so I think you just taught me something new as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Caleb, can you tell us what you've learned today?
That bees have tongues and mouths.
And what do they use those two things for? I think maybe a little different than what we use them for.
They use it to clean off themselves and other bees.
And what else have you learned?
That they suck up the flower. They suck up the flowers and then they give it new stuff.
And did you taste the honey back there?
Yes.
What did it taste like?
It just tasted like sweetness.
Like sweetness? Is this something that you've tasted before? Have you ever had it?
Yes.
You've had it straight from the honeybee.
No. But it was somewhere else.
Now, what was the coolest part about today?
That I got to learn about the bees more.
And what is something that you wish that you could do all over? If you had to come again, what would the most fun part be?
Tasting the honey.
Okay. Thank you for talking to me. That was Mark Spencer speaking to a group of OELC summer camp students. Summer camp is just about over, but remember that if you would like to attend next year, get your students enrolled. The opening does start in March, so be on the lookout for that. We're going to take a quick commercial. When we come back, we're going to find out some additional information on how to get students enrolled next year.
The move comes 4 days after her blackface comments that provoked a firestorm.
In an era of media consolidation and globalization, the PEG channels root our media in local communities, in local voices, and that is absolutely indispensable.
A lot of people are able to get job training, information, just from using public access.
This is about the arts. This is about accessibility. This is about transparency.
Great youth media programs giving people second chances and being able to learn new skills.
PEG stations give viewers critical information about their communities and offer an important platform for local residents. PEG channels connect us to our communities, and they enrich our lives every single day of the year. The FCC should work for communities, not powerful cable companies. This battle is a lot like the fight for net neutrality. Net neutrality is really about every voice, no matter how small, being heard. The same is true here with the PEG channels.
The main threat facing media centers nationwide is that the FCC, the Federal Communications Commission, is going to redefine how we receive our funding.
It will impact the people who we're trying to serve. They're actually paying for us in their cable bill. And now all of a sudden the cable operator is taking their money, then deducting it from us.
They cannot be in a position where they basically force the shuttering of PEG channels all across our country.
We need Congress to tell the FCC that they're out of bounds.
It's pretty clear to me that the FCC is an agency that does the public's will begrudgingly, and it fits and starts.
We're talking about supporting causes, charities, education, youth, seniors, democracy.
This is not a left issue. This is not a right issue. This is an everybody issue.
If you care about protecting local community access television, raise your voices.
Can you tell us about this summer camp for OELC that you have here?
Sure. Every summer we run a camp for the students. This year's a little bit different because our building is closed for construction, so we've moved over to the middle school, and we're very happy that they allowed us to come. So it's been a wonderful 8-week program, wow. And the kids come 5 days a week, and we have different activities. We have specials planned for them each day. Some of those include scrapbooking, photography, cooking, and there's always outdoor time. They come and have breakfast and lunch with us, and then we occasionally do field trips once a week, And some of them are in-house and some are off-site. So this is an in-house field trip today, and it's called Farm Fun Days. So we're just trying to expose them to what farm life used to be, since there's such a disconnect in today's world. Not many people come from a farm family any longer, so it's good to show them what the kids were expected to do when they lived on the farm.
And that certainly explains some of the cowboy and cowgirl hats I see, some of the cowboy boots that I see. So that makes a lot of sense. Now, you said that this is an OELC program, but earlier on today with Mark the Beekeeper, I spoke to some third graders and some second graders. How old do these students get?
Okay, the age group that we have this year are developmental kindergarten all the way to 6th grade. Oh, wow. Yes, normally if we have it at our building, we also include infants and toddlers. But this summer's a little bit different. So for licensing purposes, we couldn't have the babies here at this center. So that's why we did the age groups that we have. And those children, go to all the different elementary buildings in the district. So we open up our enrollment, and anyone can enroll. So it's a good public service.
So just in case someone out there is listening and their students don't go to OELC, they're still open.
For sure. Yes, because OELC really only goes up to age 4 or 5. So most of these are, they're elementary age. So they come to us for the summertime. So we just sponsor the program. So.
And you said this is an 8-week program, and next month is August, which means that school is coming back. How much longer do these campers have?
August 8th is our last day. Yes, actually it's the 9th. So, and then we will break down camp and get ready for the school year.
Oh, yeah. Yes. Great. So it's a little too late for people to get enrolled in the summer camp. But next year, how often or how early do you open that enrollment?
Enrollment opens in March, and they can register for the summer program at that time. So.
Awesome. Well, we're going to leave you to your fun activities for your Farm Fun Days.
Thank you.
And we'll catch you guys later.
Thank you. Thank you very much for coming.
So you just heard from Pat as she described how students can get enrolled for next year. Remember to keep that in mind, although it is a little ways away now since school is starting this month at the end. Now we're going to go into our very last segment of this episode. We're heading over to Oxford Public Library to see their Legos and Space event. Take a look.
We're here today at the Oxford Public Library for the Legos and Space event. As you can see behind me, the kids have already started building. And let's jump in. All right, so what exactly is going on here today?
We've got our Legos in Space program. We've got our kids here creating Lego projects based around space or based around their favorite stories.
All right. And is this the first event you've run, or have you run any more besides this?
We've had a lot of events here this summer at the library. This is my first event here at the library.
So how long do they have to build and work in this entire event?
Yeah, so the program's about an hour long, so they're going to get the whole hour to create whatever they want and just use their imagination.
So why exactly the Legos and Space theme?
So Legos are always really popular with kids. They get to use their imagination, create whatever's in their head. We give them a theme. Today it's Legos in Space, and they get to make whatever they want. With the Legos today, the kids get to make it. We're going to get pictures of all the kids with their Legos. The librarians here are going to pick their favorite one, and we'll display it on the desk.
So I'm joined here with Avery, and would you like to give me a little summary of your build right here?
Well, I like flying in planes, and so I built a plane flying to, I don't know.
You don't know? All right. And so we were here at the Legos in Space event. Would you like to tell us why you decided to come down here?
I like building Legos, and I love the library.
So you like building Legos and you like the library. So you like building Legos. So do you have any favorite Lego sets?
I like the it's a roller coaster. It's a fair one where you build a roller coaster and there's twisties that they spin.
I've seen that one. That's a pretty cool one. All right. So I'm joined here with Blake, and would you like to give me a little summary of the build you made right here?
So I've just made a giant spaceship, and I don't know where it is supposed to go, but it's supposed to look really cool and stylish.
I think it looks pretty cool, to be honest. How long did it take you to make it?
If I had to guess, it would probably be like 25 minutes.
25 minutes? Well, that's pretty good for that spaceship, I must say. So what made you decide to come down here for the day at Legos in Space event?
Because I love Legos, and because I want to make something cool that might go on the library, in the library.
So you're doing it for the competition. So on the topic of Lego sets, do you have a favorite Lego set?
Not really. I just like creativity about the Legos.
You like to create them? All right, so what build do you have going on right here?
Well, it's just something that we just started building, and usually when we start building, we don't have really anything in mind of what it's going to turn out, and we just keep building until we like it. And
all right. And what side have you come down here today for the Legos in Space event?
well, we both really love Legos. I decided to volunteer for this because I figured that I was going to be able to build something, and he originally he wasn't supposed to be here because there were too many people, but some people didn't come, so he ended up showing up, and we built this.
So could you explain your ship to me?
This is like an engine, and this is the entrance, and the engine does make this so the driver can make this fly, and these are the wings, and this is like a cannon.
I mean, I for one think it's really cool. The full 6 wings. And so what was your plan for the planet over here?
That I might put like
It's fine, I put you on the spot again. What were you planning to do with this over here?
if anybody kills anybody, this thing just shoot that person.
So you got defense on the planet already? Alright. Thank you for joining me for the interview, Peyton, and good luck.
Again, that was our newest intern, Caleb, at Oxford Public Library for their Legos in Space event, just one of their many activities throughout the summer and during the school year. Remember, school is starting this month very, very soon on August 26th. So get your school clothes, your school supplies, and get ready to get back to work, students and parents. You get a little bit of a breather, but until next time, I'm Alexis Worth.
We here at OCTV cover the local events and government meetings of Oxford, Addison, and Leonard. We also produce and edit programs for you viewers out there. With the leadership of our station manager, Bill Service, we have been a very successful team, winning awards from the state of Michigan for Best Electronic Media, giving attention to our local veterans. We also won awards for excellence in directing and educational programs. With the help of our great new equipment and our technical directors, we write, produce, and broadcast our local news for you. Without our production manager, Terry Stiles, our channel and station wouldn't be the well-oiled machine it is today. She coordinates the editing assignments and shoot schedule with our editors and camera people. OCTV and its communities make a great team.
Welcome, I'm Elgin Nichols.
And I'm Terry Stiles.
And together we do the weekly news for Oxford Television.
Yep, and we're not the only ones that do that. We do it along with Dave Kenny, who does Auto Talk and Science in the news. We do it with Alexis Ware, who covers our school news, and Cody Wright, who covers our sports. And we can't forget Kyle Snage, who also does our technical end of it. He records it.
There's great information out here in the news, weekly news, so tune in with us. And what dates are we talking about? Times?
We air Monday through Saturday, 12 noon, 6:30 p.m. and 11 p.m. and then on Sunday at 6:30 p.m. and 11 p.m. and we cover everything in your backyard.
We'll be watching for you, so be there.
Bye-bye.